Hello everyone, that's it. Mix Sports Show, your weekly sport update. Welcome aboard everyone. Now, welcome back to another episode of that Mix Sports Show. We've got so much on. So on today's episode, we've got a lot to cover, that is right. We'll be sharing the latest of the A-League update, including the J-League Women's Round 19 and for those reviews and 20 reviews as well. The Suzuki, same thing, but that's the men's round 20 and 21. And then we'll get into previews. So that will be the first part. After that of the A-League, we'll move in some NBL playoffs. Where has the year been? The finals are heating up. That is right. I will be sharing a quick update on the NBL season, which is now underway. And finally, we'll wrap up with some return on the Sun Clock Super Netball for the new season. That's a lot to get through. Well, let's get drive into it. Okay, so you can see why we are started with the Suzuki Men's League. We begin with that. So the UTA League Men's Round 20 preview. So there was a make-up game early in the season between the Melbourne City and Brisbane Roar, which was won by Melbourne City. We are now back on schedule. We got the round 20 fixture. So first up, we had the Mafama Bulls and Central Coast Mariners, and the Mafamans unfortunately went down. It was the Mariners, the Central Coast Mariners took a 3-1 victory. Next, we have the Adelaide United and Wellington Phoenix took end up with a draw. Next one was a 2-1 victory to the Newcastle Jets over Western Sydney Warriors, and Sydney FC Melbourne victory was a 2-2 draw as well. Lots of draws for this one. Big winners which went to the Central Coast Mariners. And final up with another draw, the Auckland FC Perth Glory with a 2-2 draw. Round 20, we continue. First up is the Brisbane Roar Western Sydney Warriors end up 2-2 draw. Next up is the Newcastle Jets and Auckland FC. Auckland FC was taking a 2-1 victory against the best top team, Newcastle Jets. Next one, it is the Central Coast Mariners and Adelaide United, another 1-1 draw there. Wellington Phoenix, Perth Glory, well done to the Phoenix, 2-0 victory there. The victories and the Mafama Bulls, 4-1 victory to the Melbourne victory. And finish off with the final match was Sydney FC and Melbourne City, with the Sydney FC taking the win. If you're unsure, go and check the results from that. Here we go, round 22 on your screen. And just a reminder, we only got 4 more rounds of the A-League. So here are your upcoming matches. Western Sydney Warriors and Adelaide United should be a good game there. Auckland FC, Mafama Bulls, they in good spirit and good form. Brisbane Roar and Wellington Phoenix. Melbourne Victory, Central Coast Mariners, Sydney FC, Newcastle Jets, Perth Glory, Melbourne City FC, and there is more to come. So stay all the A-League men's, as Suzuki UTE League men's updates coming your way. Now the time we share the Ninja A-League women's on your screen. Now that is what we are for the women's competition. So first match, well done to the Newcastle Jets, taking 3-1 over the Sydney FC. Next game, we have Adelaide United over Perth Glory with a 2-1 victory there. Next game, we have Melbourne Victory and Western Sydney Warriors with the victory taking a 1-0 victory. Next game, we have the Wellington Phoenix Brisbane Roar, and it's the Phoenix taking a 3-0 victory. And the final match was 3-1 victory to the Melbourne City over Canberra United. Well done to Melbourne City with taking that win. And the team we had was Central Coast Mariners. Round 20 continues with only 3 rounds remaining before the final. So the upcoming inclusive of Sydney FC and Wellington Phoenix, Brisbane Roar, Newcastle Jets, Perth Glory, Central Coast Mariners, Canberra United and Adelaide United, Western Sydney Warriors, Melbourne City, and the team has the week of is Melbourne Victory. There are your games coming up. Stay tuned, they'll be all in the next episode here on the Mix Sports Show presented by the BJ Show. And that's all that is now completed for the A-League update. That is now, I just want to let you know that we do have one game remaining in the playoffs. We're going to break it all down. Let's drive into it. What a final series it has been. So we now move into the NBL playoffs. That's it. We'll go down to every 4 teams and how it's all happened so far. LA 36ers, Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix, Sydney Kings, and the Perth Wildcats are your top 4. Well done. Who are going to take that championship? It's going to be a tough one there. So, congratulations to all 4 teams are batting out for the semi-finals, which is the best of 3. The winner will advance to the NBL Championship Series. So the matches are LA 36ers and the Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix, Sydney Kings, Perth Wildcats. First game is the Adelaide host game 1 as a sold-out in Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Bryce Corbin delivered in an incredible performance. 42 points domination, showing the 36ers played strong basketball while the Phoenix struggled to keep the pace. Now LA will look to take the momentum into Melbourne, where the Phoenix will try to respond in front of their home crowd. In the other semi-finals, the Sydney Kings to Perth Wildcats as they take off each other. What are one of the best playoffs in so long. The Kevin Davis lead to a 1-point victory in game number 1, setting it one shoots a game 2 in Perth. Won't be easy, but we challenge. Game 2 delivers another big night of basketball, at which it was a double Saturday night. But the Phoenix respond strongly against Adelaide with the former Nathan Survey point guard scoring 41 points, the best career in his career in the NBL. So well done to Nathan Selby. The result faces a decider game in Adelaide. That game will be shared on the next episode. Stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, the Sydney Kings defeated Perth in Perth. What an effort. Congratulations, securing in a Mother Championship Series. Now the question is, will the Kings face LA 36ers or Southeastern Melbourne Phoenix? We will find that out coming soon. We'll keep an eye out. We'll keep out very soon. So we continue on in the NRL. I do apologise not including this intro. We do have the National Rugby League started their season, so let's drive into it. So now we've done the basketball, the soccer. Now we face into the rugby league for another new season. The opening round faced 2 matches in Las Vegas. How awesome. The first one was the Newcastle Knights and North Queensland Cowboys, with the Knights taking a 28-18 victory. Next, it is the Cowboy Bulldogs and St. George Eel Dragons, with the Bulldogs taking a 1-point 15-14 in a close game. Back in Australia, Melbourne Storms defeated the Eels 52-4. New Zealand Warriors defeating the Sydney Roosters 42-18. Some big winners there with the Panthers and the Bruins 26-0 against the Premiers. The Sharks and the Titans 50-10. The Raiders and the Sea Eagles 29-28. So, what some really good games there was. And we had South Sydney Winners defeating the Dolphins 40-30. Well done with that win. It's been a long time, a difficult season last season, but they're looking okay. But some big high-scoring games, a point, some big thumpings. Overall, there's your result. And the team was West Tigers having the week off. Meanwhile, West Tigers start their season on their round 2 result. The Eels defeating the Brokers 40-32. The next game was the Warriors defeated the Raiders 40-6. The Roosters over the Rabbits 26-18. Next one was West Tigers taking their season over the Cowboys 44-16. Storm defeated the Dragons 46-20. Panthers over the Sharks 26-6. And the Knights defeated the Sea Eagles 36-16. So there are your results. And the teams is the Titans defeated the Dolphins 18-14, a close game. I do apologise for not having the team not having that week off. So the final match, here we are. Finally, we share the Sun Kotsu and Netball is back for 2026. The results, 4 games. Here we go. Melbourne Mallows defeated the Giants Netball 61-52. Adelaide Thunderbirds defeated New South Wales NSW Swiss 74-54. Big winners there. The Melbourne Phoenix defeated the Queensland Firebirds 60-49 in the final game. The Premiers of Champs West Coast Fever defeated Sunshine Coast Lightning 68-65. The next set of matches we have the Sunshine Coast Lightning and Queensland Firebirds. Oh, that's be a good showdown there. The LA Thunderbirds take on the Premiers of 2025 West Coast Fever. We have the Giants, Netball, Melbourne Phoenix, and new NSW Swiss take on the Melbourne Marriott. So I'm going to say Queensland Thunderbirds or LA Lightning. I'm going to say Melbourne Phoenix and the Swiss will bounce back from that loss against Adelaide Thunderbirds. And that's the wrap for another big week of sport across the A-League, the NBL, NRL, and Netball. Thank you so much for your support of the Mixed Sports Show presented by The BJ. I'll see you next time the BJ show's out. For now, see you soon. Peace.